conversation. I did an episode in the past on reading and its contributions to our lives. And in that one, I spoke about the power of books. But today, I want to take that just a little further and talk about how and what are we reading. And what I mean by that is, are we reading on our phones, tablets, or my favorite, are we reading a tangible paperback, hard copy book? And I bring it up because I'm a nostalgic. I mean, I'm a nostalgic. I love books. And caveat before we go any further, this is not an episode to discourage you from reading. This is an episode on the devices from which we're reading and just what they mean. All right. And I've got 5 personal ones to share with you, so bear with me. But I want to put that caveat out that this is not to discourage you from reading, no matter from what platform that you're reading. But without further ado, let's get after those 5. And number 1 is simply that this does not need cable. It does not need a Wi-Fi connection. It does not need a satellite connection. It is just in your hand, and because of that very nature, you can take this anywhere. And by taking it anywhere, it's part of what I find that is so intriguing about reading. Because yes, you can argue that you can take the other devices I talked about, to include, oh, by the way, reading off the internet, which we'll get to. But this you can take to so many places that, yes, you can take the others if there's a connection, but you just can't if you don't, right? So that's number 1. This needs no connectivity. Number 2 is there are book clubs. I don't think, and correct me in the comments below if there is, but I don't think there is such a thing as a connectivity club. Not that I've heard of, not that I've read or seen, right? Book clubs. And the reason I put book clubs in the list is because true socialization happens at book clubs. Laughter, emotions, exchange of ideas that are lengthy, deep in depth that you cannot do on a device. Or if you do, it's up all night because of the fact you have to text it, unless you're doing something similar like this. But book clubs offer something we're missing today. That togetherness, that connectivity, like I said. So, never heard of a connectivity club, but they're book clubs. All right, let's move on. Number 3 is that it is tactile. It is tactile. And there's nothing like leafing through the pages of the book, smelling the pages, smelling the ink, feeling the book in your hands, that makes the story even more immersive and transformative, or at least I think so, right? That tactile feeling that is embedded becomes a part of the experience. All right. And number 4 is focus. Focus. And I alluded to the internet earlier, and even our devices, not just, or I should say, the internet can be on all the other devices that I talked about, but reading specifically from our devices and from websites can be so distracting because of all the ads and the pop-ups. And I know you can block those things out, but there are borders with distractions. This doesn't have borders with distractions. It's just you and this, for as long as your eyes will hold up. And number 5 is nostalgia. Nostalgia. I mean, reading a book just takes you back to when you were a kid, getting a book read to you. Yeah, I know, I'm dating myself. Or before the time of the internet or devices. So just reading a book is in and of itself, or hearing a book read to you is in and of itself a journey, either backwards or forwards. And usually those journeys, especially when we're going backwards, if it's a book memory, are really good ones compared to other memories when going backwards. And of course, forward looking, any positive value added book is going to be a good news story. All right. So I started out by saying that this was not, I gave a caveat that this was not to distract or to deter from reading. It's just every now and then for reading lovers like myself, for readers, all right, every now and then just get back to the tactile feel of a book. And oh, by the way, to get really, really nostalgic and romantic with it, I have never seen, this didn't make the list, but I'm just going to add it, but I have never seen anyone finish a book on their phone or their tablet or their computer, and it was just such a moving story and collapses and go, ah. Never seen that with a device. You look in any picture, any story on any movie, it's always a collapse in awe with a book. All right? So anyway, keep reading, keep reading. The book itself is a curious artifact, not showing its technology, but complex and extremely efficient. A really neat little device, compact, often very pleasant to look at and handle, that can last decades, even centuries. It doesn't have to be plugged in, activated, or performed by a machine. All it needs is light, a human eye, and a human mind. It is not one of a kind, and it is not ephemeral. It lasts. It is reliable. If a book told you something when you were 15, it will tell it to you again when you're 50. Though you may understand it so differently that it seems you're reading a whole new book. American writer Ursula K. Le Guin. Definitely keep reading. And until our next conversation, you be good out there. Take care of yourselves. And I'll see you then. All right?
Oh, this could be the best thing.